5 Ball State students were recently selected to represent the university at a national poetry competition, which will take place at the University of Houston later this year. Pretty impressive.
NewsLink Indiana's Emerson Lehman joins us live in the newsroom with more about those talented poets. Emerson.
Well, Tanner, Brittany, good evening. Using slam poetry as his platform, Ball State senior Trey Cates is pretty good at telling stories. So good, in fact, we decided to let Trey tell his own story.
I didn't start off with poetry. I remember back in middle school, I was actually writing some comic strips and fiction stories, short stories. You know, I don't know what it comes from, whether that's just how much I watched TV and movies growing up or whatever, but I've always wanted to be able to tell my own stories and craft those, and I think it's evolved over time from the short stories that I've written to now, primarily being a poet.
A real natural performer. He seemed very comfortable on stage. You know, has a really nice speaking voice, really nice dynamic sort of way of reading, and his poems are really strong.
A couple months ago, actually, I auditioned, and I was one of the final 10 participants to be picked to compete at the Ball State Cup C preliminaries, and from them they pick 5 participants to go to the Nationals in Houston. So in April, me and my team will be going to compete in Houston, University of Houston, in the National Cup C Poetry Competition. Something just told me, I saw a flyer somewhere in the Student Center. It said we're looking for some slam poetry competitors, and I auditioned, and you know, I really fell in love with it, and I really just loved hearing everyone else perform theirs and being able to perform my work as well. I'm really grateful for this opportunity to be able to represent my school and my city. You know, being born in Muncie, that makes it a little bit more special as well. But just being able to do what I love, and that's read poetry and listen to some of the best young poets that, you know, the nation has to offer, is really exciting, and I'm really looking forward to that.
And Brittany, Tanner, as Trey mentioned, he and 4 other students are preparing for that national competition, which will take place at the University of Houston, April 10th through the 13th.
Emerson, does Trey have any goals with poetry following that competition?
Yes, Tanner. Actually, Trey's accepted a job with Facebook following graduation, so he'll be moving to Chicago, where he tells me there's a large poetry scene. So he hopes to stay involved with it there, and one day dreams of publishing his own book.
All right, Emerson Lehman, live in the newsroom. Thank you very much.